All right, folks, Kevin Warsh's nomination now puts the confirmation process in focus, and I want to bring it to discuss Republican Congressman from Tennessee, Tim Burchett. And Congressman, I got a lot of noise here. We're in a new studio, and something weird is happening right now, okay? We call it the Gremlins, but I hope you're hearing me loud and clear.
I can hear you.
We've already got one Republican senator who says it's no disrespect to Kevin Warsh, but he's upset with President Trump. He's upset with the DOJ probe of Powell, and he's going to hold up the process. What are your thoughts on this? I mean, I feel like this is something that's really dumb for anyone to stand in front of, particularly a Republican.
You're correct. I think what the Republicans forget is that Donald Trump won overwhelmingly, and the Republicans, we got 2 or 3 percentage points ahead, maybe, in both bodies right now. They're not reading the tea leaves very accurate. The president is correct. This is the right choice for this thing. This is just showing your arrogance. And unfortunately, when 12% of the population goes to the polls, this is what happens.
Yeah, it's extraordinarily frustrating. It really is. But there's something even more frustrating for the viewers, and ironically, something in my mind that unites the country. Congressional stock trading, let's call it what it is, insider stock trading. It's mind-boggling. I mean, just more recently, Kevin Hearn, one of your colleagues, sold $500,000 worth of United Health a day before the stock imploded. You know, there's good reason to believe he had information about CMS, rates and how bad they were going to be. Whatever it is, I don't understand why public servants need to have they tell us they're going to get rid of this, but they never do.
Well, I'll tell you why, because it's infinitely broken. We're greedy, and we're crooked as a dog's leg, as we used to say in East Tennessee. When you have a congressman making 600–700% return day in, day out, they don't need to be here in Washington, D.C. They need to be up on Wall Street advising all those big advisors, maybe the Fed, how to invest the money. Because obviously, look, we're in on meetings that go on behind the scenes. And the latest legislation, I proposed a bill, just said no stock trading. Do like I do. Have my buddy Tommy Siler manage my $11,000 portfolio, which is a mutual fund. Put everything in a dadgum mutual fund. But what do they want to do? No. Here's the latest idea they have, and it's the one that's capturing all the press right now, is that they're going to, if you've got stock, say you have $100 million, which is not unusual up here. There's some that do. In the stock market, they get to keep it, but they can't buy any more after that. It's sort of the drawbridge approach. And then what's going to happen? The House will pass something, the Senate will pass something different, and they'll all be out drinking wine at Martha's Vineyard the next weekend laughing at us, because it just isn't going to work. This town is crooked. Both parties are in on it, and it's a very small club. And guess what, America, you're not in on it.
It's really a shame to me. It breaks my heart. It really, really does. And pox on both houses, to your point. Let's talk about where we've got, I guess, a little mini shutdown going on. These shutdowns, I don't notice them anymore. Neither does the stock market. The last shutdown was a record shutdown, and the market did extraordinarily well. Nevertheless, there's some key issues going on right now that you're specifically fighting for with the SAVE Act.
That's correct. All we want to do is, if you're an American, you need to be an American citizen. You need to show an ID if you go register to vote. If you buy I'm not a drinker, but if you buy a 6-pack of beer in Knoxville, Tennessee, where I grew up, guess what? You got to show an ID. I fly out every week. TSA, I know them all. I know their families. I grew up with some of them. But guess what? I still have to show a dadgum ID. If I cash a check, if I deposit money and then want to pull money out, I have to show an ID. All this is another example of Washington protecting their crooked base. They can't get elected legitimately. 12% of the population is voting right now. Evangelical Christians, 40% of them stay home. 30% of gun owners stay home. And this is what you get. We've got to change the narrative in this country. You all have got to get involved. You've got to go to places like Heritage and check people's heritage scores and find out how these people are going to vote and how they voted in the past. And I don't care if you play golf with them, your wife or your sister dated their cousin, you go to Sunday school class with them. If they're not doing right, brother, vote their butts out. That's what we should do.
Less than a minute to go. Speaking of changing the narrative, closing the border seems to have yielded great dividends for our economy. Rents are starting to come down. That's just one of the things, obviously. And yet, the issues that have happened in Minnesota, it's maybe are changing the pendulum. I don't believe the media when they say it is, but, this effort to not fund DHS and to dismantle ICE.
Yeah, I said on my Twitter today at Tim Burchett, I said, when you pay your taxes this year, remember that $14 billion that illegal Somalis stole from you. And remember the gutless politicians in Washington, D.C. who continue to prop them up and allow them to do that. This is widespread. You know, everybody wants to talk about Minnesota. Right. You got California, right. You've got Texas. It's all over the country. It's all over the country, and we need to address it, and we need to quit electing these people that keep opening up your great-grandchildren's pocketbook, because that's where the money's coming from. We don't have it anymore. We're borrowing it from the future.
Yeah. Waste, fraud, and abuse, let's call it what it is. It's been outright theft. Both parties have benefited from it. They both talk the talk and very few walk the walk, but you do. Congressman, thank you so much. We appreciate you.